Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls. I am Lord Forwind, and we are here in Anor Londo, hoping to get through the cathedral region. I don't like the cathedral. I don't like any part of this game that requires precision movement. As good as the game's combat system is, kind of once you get the feel of it, it's still not really that great. The movement and the combat boxes are not clear. You get a lot of weird glitches, but it's an old game. It's definitely a good game. I just wish it explained things a little bit more. You really can't figure it out except if you read guides or... In my case, I knew somebody who could do the bosses up here at like level 1 pyromancy. And during a level 1 pyromancy run. He was really good at the game, let's put it that way. He taught me a lot, and I learned a lot from watching him do it. So, in order to progress further, there's no path up there. You have to go this way. And again, precision walking is not something I enjoy in this game. This isn't that bad right here, but the rest of this area is annoying. So yeah, the way you progress through here, kind of funny. You go through a broken window. We'll ignore the fact that there are hundreds of windows and this only happens to be the only broken one because it's rather convenient. Now we have to fight these weird mystic dudes. They throw stuff. Think the bandits from the Undead Burg, just more annoying. But honestly easier to kill because we're strong. I don't know actually if we're over or under leveled for this area, but we're pretty good. I'm never going to be able to easily just one-shot everything in these areas. Come on. Got to play very careful. Of course, once I get more used to walking up here, I actually have to fight up here, which is very frustrating. Because those guys are going to be throwing knives at me while I'm walking, which is a pain. Or in that case, he's going to come fight me, which is also a pain. Let's hope I don't fall. Let's hope he falls. He didn't fall, but he drank from an Estus flask, which gave me the opportunity I needed. Good. We also want to, if we can, sever this chandelier, because apparently we can cut through giant metal chains with a single sword strike. There we go. Yeah. We're destruction of property. We're the good guys, though. Or the nominal good guys. We're the protagonists. We'll give it that. We're not necessarily the good guy in this game. Okay. Okay, that was a bit close. We stuttered a little bit on that last stuff. We probably should have fallen if it was real life, but video game logic for the win, I guess. This is delicate, to put it mildly. Especially because every time I hit or block, I move. Okay. I guess I got a critical strike or something there, because all the other guys took 2 strikes. That guy took 1. So... there's one of the goddesses of this world, or... they're not really gods or goddesses, considering we're gonna kill some of them. Yeah. Pretty much gods and goddesses in all but name. And then there's this area, which is in some ways the strangest part of the game. There's this pathway leading down here, and it goes nowhere. I don't understand it. We're going to ignore it. Come out here, which is exactly where we want to be. And we are going to, I believe, have to deal with another gargoyle. I can't remember if you have to kill the gargoyle first or later. Apparently later. So that pathway prevented anyone from passing through Anor Londo, and we've just now fixed it. So we can now pass through Anor Londo with some ease. We just have to kill another gargoyle. Which, considering how easy the last one was, honestly, I'm not too worried. Or it helps if I remember to dodge, though, just in all honesty. Because these guys attack every time they fly. Oh, that was nasty. Heal. I just gotta be alive long enough to attack. Ow. Hey, stagger. Gotta love staggers. Gargoyle's halberd and gargoyle's shield. If we cut off the gargoyle's tail, we'd have gotten a gargoyle's axe. We obviously didn't manage that. So, I am going to rotate this once more, I think. I think I can go down one more level, right? Yes, this is what we want. There is another shrine, bonfire here, which is why we are doing this. There we go. At least I think there's a bonfire here. Could be crazy. Probably am. Oh, this is the cathedral. We don't want to be here. We want to go down another level. Oh, it's connected. Perfect. We want to get this bonfire set up. That way I don't have to run a far distance. It's not like I can't run a far distance across this whole city, but why do it when you can just spawn here and sometimes you usually have to move the central pillar, but it still gets you through here. So we've got a statue of Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight. We're probably going to come back to this point at some point. What does that ring do? Boosts miracles. It would help if we actually use miracles. We don't. There we go. We're not a priest character. Even though priest characters can heal, I've never really liked playing them. Playing as mages was a little bit more interesting. I've done strength, I've done intelligence. Intelligence is so easy early on, and then it falls off hard. And dexterity, so far from what I can tell, is a hard start. Does better later on in the game. Also, the legs glitching through the floor here on the stairs is a little annoying. But we're going to come back to the cathedral later on. Probably. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. Suffice to say, though, we are going to attempt to move forward. You'll notice we only have 7 Estus flasks, because apparently it decides whichever higher number of Estus flasks you have, the bonfire, what you have in your inventory, is what you keep. And because that bonfire is not kindled, you'd only get 5, and since I had 7, we're fine. Let's see if I can get through this. So far, our run has gone amazingly well through this game. The farming, not so much. The actual gameplay that progresses us definitely has. A lot of these enemies here, like these guys, we have no reason to fight them, so I'm going to run past. They, in fact, can come down there. Okay, delightful. Absolutely delightful. Not what I wanted to see. Ow. I hate these guys. Remember I said I did not... It's weird that these guys were our allies and now they want us dead. This is why. Or not necessarily allies, but helped us. Ow, 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 ow. 3 of them. Oh, bother. I'm probably gonna die. So much for the run going well, huh? This is not what you want when you're playing Dark Souls, let's put it that way. 3 enemies all attacking at once is hard to avoid. Yeah, there we go. Just too many enemies at once. There's no opportunity to attack them. So, let's try this again. I think I might just run by them. I don't actually have to kill them to progress through this area, and they don't really give good souls. You'd think Dark Souls you have to kill everything, in fact, you're better off not killing things. It's kind of weird. I love our helmet, though. Even if we do look kind of weird because we're undead. There we go. Okay. Up the stars we go. This is another area where it's very easy to get stuck fighting your way through, at least in my experience. I usually tend to stop runs after I get through Anne Orlando because Anne Orlando is still the easy part of the game. Let's put it that way. After this, it gets harder, at least in my estimation. At least I don't know the enemy tactics as well. The dodges, the attack patterns. We might have a problem up here, but I won't mention it until it becomes apparent we do. This area has probably in some ways, other than Sen's Fortress and those boulders, which is really hard and really annoying to get past, this has one of the most annoying enemy choke points in the game. You see how I randomly jumped to this left there? I don't know why that happened. All these doors are locked, by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm not going that way. The answer is you can't. You have to walk across what are the random columns, pillar things. And then you have to do this. See, this is my point where I don't like it. Those two archers constantly shoot you, and they hit you, they stun you. It's horrendously awful. The worst part is we actually have to close quarters and fight one of them. So if we get hit here like that, yeah, as I said, horrible choke point. Like, might be one of the worst I've ever seen in a video game. So we just repeat that, and we're going to keep repeating this until we get past him. Once we get past him, it becomes easy again. There's really nothing I can do. I can't get any stronger, faster. Really, all I can do is it's skill. It's pure skill. To be fair, most of Dark Souls is pure skill, but this particular area is a combination of luck and skill, and I got a little bit unlucky there. He snagged my foot before. I didn't think he'd managed to hit me going around that corner, but he did. Thus, our current predicament. Okie dokie. That gets us a little bit further towards our goal. I do like the animation here. I could run from the other shrine, but I find that shrine down there to be a shorter spawn point. We're also going to use that spawn point when it comes to fighting the boss behind these doors. Yes, there is in fact a boss behind the giant ornate golden doors. It still sucks. There's no reason to fight these Wyvern electric summoning creature thingies. Ow! See, I died. Just like that, we died. Because I got shot. Literally nothing you can do about that sometimes. I suspect even some of the best players in the world would have issues with some of these. It's to some degree luck. I mean, I suppose I could have dodged, but dodging, of course, has its own ups and downs. If, for example, you're doing a speedrun of this game, this would probably be one of the areas that is most likely to ruin a run. Possibly Blighttown is probably the other one. I don't know. I haven't watched any speedruns of this game, so it's not one of my favorite games. It's a fun game to play. It's particularly good for if you want a first-person hack and slash game, which after playing a lot of Europa and stuff, I've really wanted to do for some time. It's also single player, which is nice. There's not a lot of really good single players RPGs that are not either like Japanese anime graphics or just they're not good. Suffice to say, there's not a lot of them. This, in some ways, this game reminds me a lot of Zelda, if Zelda was a lot harder and didn't have as clear and as polished of a combat system as Zelda always does most of the time. There's really no point in collecting that, but I'll do it anyway. I'm gonna die again, aren't I? Oh, that was close. I guess I fell in such a way the arrow didn't hit me. Okay, quick heal. And then, can we get by this guy without getting stabbed? We did. Good. I hate this section. Really, the only hope we have is just not getting hit here. Okay, that worked out better. And now we have to fight one of these guys up here, of all places. Someone clearly said, let's have a rooftop sword fight, and didn't stop to think of that this would be an absolute horrible place to have a sword fight. Oh, come on. Shot in the back. The arrows weren't hitting me for that whole fight, and then one got me at the end. Okay. Well, we know I can get that far. I guess I'll go for the rest of the 20 minutes, but if I don't succeed by then, I'll probably just do it off camera. So I'm going to mute myself at least till I get through that section. Okay, well, I got through. That can happen sometime. In case you're wondering what happened to him, he fell off. I don't know why they allowed that AIs to just fall off ledges, but they do, and they do a fair amount. I'm not going to complain because it got me through to this area. So I think it's this door is, and also the other guy, the other knight just died too. First off, we've run across Solar or whatever his name is again. So he'll help me again. And we've made it to the bonfire of Anna Orlando in the side, or however you want to call it. So let's do a quick repair of equipment, and that will be it for the episode. So thank you guys all for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Please give me any tips or advice you might have, or just comments below. So I'll see you guys all when I see you. Bye for now.